again, it's Robin from Northwest Connecticut, Zone 6, which I take a little issue with. I think we're a little bit more like a 5B, but you know how climate change is changing things. So I'm always checking on the zones on plants. So today I really wanted to walk around my garden and show you purple leafed flowers, well, purple flowering plants and purple leafed type of plants and shrubs. Purple is my favorite color. I have a bed behind me. I call it my purple bed, so that tells you something. So let's take a walk around. Purple just adds such a beautiful contrast to all the green. And it's a great way to lead your eye through the garden with different color accents. If you're familiar with the color wheel, you have complementary colors, analogous colors that are next to one another, opposite one another, and green and purple are perfect. So let's take a walk around. So first, let's talk about this geranium. It's called Boom Chocolata. It's by Proven Winners, zone 4 through 8, part sun to sun. It blooms early. You can see it's blooming right now, and it'll bloom through late summer. And it looks good with, like heucheras and hostas and ladies' mantles. I have it with some irises and some tough stuff hydrangea right behind it there, but really pretty purple flower. But look at the leaf, that purple leaf. You see the green on the back, and it's got that nice purple. It's just that dark tinge against all the green around it. So that's geranium. It's a hardy geranium, Boom Chocolata. Okay, next up, Hibiscus. This is Summerific Perfect Storm, again by Proven Winners. This breaks dormancy really late. Mine just started blooming or coming out like a week or so ago. So if you haven't cut yours down from last year, you cut it down in the spring, right before the growth starts. You can grow this in a container. Full part sun, gets 3 to 5 feet tall with beautiful deep black purple leaves, large 7 to 8 inch flowers. They're white with a red eye on this particular variety, zone 4 through 9. And like I said, it gets like 3 feet wide and 5 feet high. Or no, opposite, 3 feet tall and 5 feet wide. Again, really pretty for that dark leaf purple punch. Moving on, here is Katanas. This is the smoke bush. I have different varieties in my yard. This one is called Royal Purple, and it gets really tall. It can be 15 to 20 feet tall. It was literally as high as my house. You can cut this way back. I mean, you could coppice this right to the ground. No pruning is necessary. You don't need to deadhead the smoke bush flowers, which is where it gets its name, zone 4 through 8. Typically, it's like 6 by 6. Like I said, mine got as high as the house. I had to cut it back. Loves full sun. The leaves emerge this rich maroon red in the spring, and they get darker and darker as the season goes on. So you can see here, you have the beautiful maroon. These are a little darker already. Look how dark that is. And then we'll have the flowers, the smoke bush flowers will open up soon. So I'll show you some other varieties. This Katanas is called Winecraft Black. It's brand new. You can see this is very small. This is another Proven Winners. It gets to be 6 by 6, zone 4 through 8. Likes full sun. Again, no prunings and no deadheading is necessary. It resists deer and rabbits. You take that with a grain of salt on anything. They all bloom on new wood, so you can cut them back hard to control their shape and size. Not necessary, however, but if you want to do it, you can. So this is Winecraft Black Smoke Bush. And you can see the nice dark pop that this is going to actually provide with the lemon coral sedum here. I've got a lilac over here. Got some purple daylilies over here, bobo, hydrangea, some grasses. When this gets to be, 4 by 4, it's going to fill this whole thing in. And it'll be that beautiful dark purple. Another favorite for me in my garden is this Ninebark. It's called Summer Wine. Physocarpus is the actual name. Loves full sun, blooms May to June. You can see it's blooming now with these lovely, lovely little flowers. Attracts all sorts of pollinators. It's great. You can use it like a hedge, which you can see here that I have done. If you need to prune it, you don't need to prune it, but if you want to prune it, you can do it after it blooms, but it's not necessary. But you have this deeply cut foliage, wine red, and the plant itself is vase shaped. This is another one of my favorites. This is a Ninebark called Monolo Diablo. It's great, makes a nice border plant, dramatic dark foliage. Gets like 6 to 8 feet tall at least. Blooms early summer, and you can see it's blooming right now. Likes partial sun. And I have 3 of them planted along the back border of this bed that I'll walk around from the other side and show you. So here you can see this Ninebark. I have 3 of them. There's one right there. There's another one. There's another one. Only the one in the middle. No, that one's blooming too. But it makes a really nice backdrop, like a screen almost, between this and the woods behind it, and is a nice break from all the green plants in front of it. You know, this gigantic Rodgersia. But I have bloom-struck hydrangeas right in front of it. That contrast is just going to be so pretty. And then we have the ferns that are coming out. And then you have, in this case, I have lady's mantle with the delicate yellow flowers, and then lots of astilbes and hostas and stuff in this bed. So that's another Ninebark option for you. So I hope you can actually see this. It's a little sunny at the moment. So this is a Penstemon. This one's called Husker Red. I also have dark towers, but again, you can see the beautiful dark purple leaf. Starts out green, grows into that really pretty color. Birds, butterflies love this plant. Zone 3 through 8 blooms April to June. Mine have not started yet. This is a very slow year, but it is starting. You can see it's in bud right now. Tolerates deer. Just a clump forming perennial. I find it spreads. You can actually see right down here. I have, whoops. Gets a pinkish white flower. But the seed heads are great for arrangements after the fact, so it's good all season. Again, Penstemon. I have Huskers Red and Dark Towers, so a little bit of variety here. Planted underneath my Ninebarks. Then you have things like this Ruben Grass, just an annual, but you can pop that red in anywhere. And I usually have it in a few of my beds. This is a Euphorbia, and I'm not even sure exactly what it is because it's sort of self-seeded itself in my yard, and it's neither of the varieties that I have right near it. But welcome, welcome. You're welcome to be here. Another really easy way to add that dark purple color to your flower beds or your containers is annuals, like I just said with the Ruben Grass. This is Proven Winners Color Blaze series. This is Newly Noir, and you can see that gorgeous dark color. I have a whole pile of them right here, and they'll grow pretty big. Let's take a look at the label here. Hang on, see if I can get that in. Color Blaze. Can you see that? I don't think you can see that, sorry. All right, let's see. 24 to 40 inches tall, an annual pretty much everywhere unless you live in the South. If you fertilize these regularly, they will get really large, like I said, 24 to 40 inches tall. And you're probably going to want to space them about 2 feet apart. Sun to shade, you don't need to deadhead them. Most coleus, this Color Blaze series has really been formulated so you have less flowers. Most people don't really want the flowers on coleuses. You're growing them for the foliage. There's some other ones, Wicked Witch, Newly Noir. There are a few different dark coleuses you can choose from. So when it comes to that dark maroon color, I'm not sure how you can beat Barbary. This one is a Japanese Barbary, Royal Burgundy. It is sterile, and I know Barbaries are invasive in some areas. This gets like 5x5, zone 4 to 8. I'm always cutting this down, mostly because I don't want it to one, keep getting blocking out the birdhouse and sucking up the all the air for the pinky winky hydrangea next to it. It does have thorns, so beware. It has a small yellow flower in the spring. It's just a nice shaped, round, deciduous shrub. It already bloomed, or I'd show you the yellow flowers. I'll see if I can find a picture. Um, but I mean, they're very pretty, but like I said, very thorny, so be careful. I have a lot of heucheras. I love them. They're just easy care, easy maintenance. They have what I think is kind of an insignificant flower. You can use it in arrangements, but you really grow them for the foliage. This is Palace Purple, zone 4 to 9. Sun or partial shade, blooms June to July. It's a nice clump forming perennial with this deep purple leaf. The underside you can see is this really pretty red. It almost like fluorescent actually with the sun on it. Really, I love this one. I have a new one here that, let me see if I can get you. This one is called Wild Rose, Primo Wild Rose by Proven Winners. Uh, gets 8 to 10 inches tall. Again, it's perennial. Zone 4 to 9, 10 to 20 inches, sun or shade, with the maroon purple leaves, and this is going to have a white flower. Sorry, I'm in my shadow again. I do that a lot. Here's a better shot of it. I think you can see that. Really pretty. So I have 3 that I popped in here. Again, I have it with Catmint, Walker's Low. I've got some hostas. I've got some Stilbys. But again, to stick in that really pretty pop of purple. One of my new heucheras is called Blackout Coral. They're also, obviously, the common name for heuchera is coral bells. In the spring, trim any winter damage that you might have on the leaves. Just cut it back. Be careful not to cut the crown. Zone 4 to 9, sun to shade. It's about 2 by 2. But this really pretty large lobed leaf, this deep, almost charcoal black. I mean, look how pretty that is. Does get an ivory white flower in the summertime, but this will be a really nice contrast to some of the other. I have a rose, a David Austin rose right behind it. Lilacs, I've got, hang on, got some hydrangeas behind it. This is one of my new beds. So that's, again, I really try to carry that theme throughout all my beds, whether it's purple flowers, purple leafed flowers. It really ties everything together. This one is Dolce Wildberry, zone 4 to 9. Gets 10 to 14 inches, blooms early summer. Purple scalloped, shiny leaves with dark veins. I think you can probably see that. And right now it's got a little, this one's sending up a little flower. So I have this along the front, really draws your eye over here. It's next to some Palace Purple. There's more Palace Purple back there. And actually, I don't know if it's the rabbits or the voles, but my Palace Purple coral bells are kind of finding their way all over, and I actually love that. So this one is Wildberry. This one is Palace Purple. So if you're looking for a ground cover that has that dark purpley violet, dark leaf, this is a Juga black scallop. Like I said, it's a ground cover, so it'll just spread by stolons underneath. Full sun to part shade, dark violet blooms. It sends up a flower. It is rabbit and deer resistant, but just a mat forming ground cover with the shiny dark maroon purple leaf. This is a Stilby chocolate Shogun. I had an open garden day for the Garden Conservancy this past weekend, and of course, we couldn't ask for nicer weather. But most people had not seen this; they were not familiar with this. Again, this is in a Stilby. It's called Chocolate Shogun. This is about as tall as it gets. It does send up a flower, zone 5 to 7, blooms like June to July. But this gorgeous chocolate maroon leaf. The flowers are like a blush pinky white flower spike, but you can see. Oh, it starts out this little bit greener and then it turns this beautiful chocolate color. I love this. If you're looking for a shrub, now I have not had great luck with Weigela. I'm not sure why. This is a new one that I just got from Proven Winners, Spilled Wine. Dark, purple colored foliage, zone 4 through 8. Gets like 3 by 3. You can prune it if you want to after flowering. Can take sun. It's deer resistant. And again, it's got that deep, dark purple foliage. And it's going to send up like a maroony flower. So we'll see. We'll see how this one does. Like I said, I haven't had good luck with the Weigelias. So this is a geranium, a hardy geranium called Espresso. Full sun to part shade, zone 5 to 8. This just finished blooming. Here's one that still has a bloom on it. There you go. That soft lavender, but it's the leaves that I love. Butterflies love it. It does self-seed, unfortunately. It doesn't get very tall. So it blooms May to June. Like I said, mine just finished. It just forms a clump, tolerates rabbits and deer. And I think I have a picture of it in full bloom, and I'll pop that on the screen. I've got to tell you right now, the smell of the lilacs. I know I'm a little late with lilacs. Most people tell me there's a long gone finished and stuff, but mine are still going. And you walk down the path and this smell is just, oh God, it's delightful. So if you're looking for another shrub, the last one I had, I don't know, we don't really have deer issues, but we do have rabbit issues, but something really just kept breaking the branches. I don't know what it was. This one, I'm trying it again, is a Dervilla Kodiak Black, zone 4 to 7, 4 by 4, full sun to part shade, dark burgundy, black foliage. You can prune it in the spring, and it flowers in the summer with a little yellow flower, and you can see it's got some buds on it. So hopefully we're gonna get some flowers. And as the foliage ripens, it gets darker and darker and darker. So this will be really nice, especially next to this Hibiscus Blackout. And then I have it over here. You can see I have some purple salvia. I think I noticed a theme. I think I noticed a theme of purples. So something I have not grown in a really long time. Black lace elderberry, zone 4 to 7, gets 8 by 8. You really grow it for the beautiful color and texture, sun to part sun. You can prune it after flowering. It gets a pink flower in the early summer. It's definitely a specimen shrub. To get edible fruit, you need another different elderberry, which is the Latin name is Sambucus. But you can see this beautiful, beautiful leaf. Lovely. So here's actually a flower starting. I don't know if you like elderberry liqueur. I personally love it, but I'm not going to be out collecting, trying to collect flowers to make my own elderberry liqueur. But you have this beautiful, deeply veined, deeply serrated leaf on the black lace elderberry. I also am trying this year a lemony lace elderberry, but in a container. I'm going to see how that works. So let me know if you've had luck with it in a container. Now, just sort of to wrap up the purple leafed plants, there are also some Japanese maples, some like red maples, some beeches, the red obelisk beech. There are some. I don't have any on my property, but that's always another great option. So you can have trees, you can have shrubs, you can have perennials, you can have annuals. So you can really carry that theme all over your yard. Just one thing to another. So let's just take a walk this way and we'll move on either today or in another video to purple flowering plants, which, like I said, you know I have many, 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 many. Let me know what some of your favorite purple flowering and purple leafed plants are. Maybe it's something I haven't thought of and I can add it to my garden. Thank you so much. Subscribe, like this video, and please leave your comments and let me know what else you'd like to know.